The first session for today is Unlocking Low Carbon Transition of the Secondary Steel Sector. This session will focus on how steel industry can move towards a more sustainable future by reducing its carbon footprint. We'll explore all the challenges and opportunities involved in adopting green technologies and sustainable practices in the steel sector. I would like to invite our esteemed panelists on the dais, starting with Dr. S.N. Srinivas, Consultant UNDP. Dr. Srinivas is a climate change mitigation expert with a PhD in mechanical engineering and over 30 years of experience in the development sector. He has held leadership roles as CEO of REC Foundation and Clean Energy Access Network. We welcome you, sir. Next up, we have Shri Arindam Mukherjee, Deloitte Touche Tomatsu, India. Mr. Mukherjee has nearly 20 years in the energy environment sector, specializing in secondary steel. At Deloitte, he focuses on energy efficiency, sustainability, and climate change. He has aided over 400 steel units with energy and renewable technologies. We welcome you, sir. Next up, we have Shri Professor N.N. Vishwanathan from IIT Powai, Bombay. Dr. N.N. Vishwanathan is a distinguished professor at IIT Bombay, renowned for his expertise in metallurgy and metallurgical engineering, modeling and simulation, transport phenomena and process metallurgy. With a significant academic and research background, he contributes extensively to the achievement of knowledge and technology in his area of expertise. We welcome you, sir. Next up, we have Sri Zain Nathani, Nathani Group of Companies. Mr. Nathani, a finance graduate from the University of Virginia, is the managing director of Nathani Group, a leading metal recycling firm. He previously worked as a management consultant at Bain & Company. His company supplies ferrous scrap to steel mills across South Asia and operates an inspection services for hazardous goods. We welcome you, sir. Next up, we have Sri Satadri Chanda, Chief Financial Officer and Director, Megatherm Induction Limited. Mr. Satadri Chanda is the Director and Chief Financial Officer of the Megatherm Group. In his role, he oversees financial strategy and operations for the company. His responsibilities likely include managing financial planning, risk management, budgeting, and financial reporting plays a critical role in shaping the financial direction of the group. We welcome you, sir. Next up, we have Sri G.L. Grover, Vinod International Limited. Mr. G.L. Grover has over 42 years of extensive experience in the steel industry, including over 20 years as a metallurgist in steel plants. He has worked at Escorts Limited, Patiala, in the foundry division, received induction furnace training at Otto Junker in Germany, and collaborated with Inductotherm USA and Pillar USA. We welcome you, sir. Next up, we have Sri Saptarsi Ray, Primetals Technologies India Private Limited. Mr. Ray works at Primetals Technologies, a company specializing in engineering, automation, and services for metals industry. He studied metallurgical engineering at Jadavpur University, a prestigious institution in India known for its engineering programs. We welcome you, sir. Now, to guide us through the important discussion, I would like to invite our moderator, Mr. Anuj Bansal, Kalika Steel Alloys Private Limited, an accomplished mechanical engineer and a Columbia University alum with a decade of experience in steel and textile industries. Key player in the family business with Mr. Arun Agrawal, focusing on operational excellence and innovation. We welcome you, sir. Now, it's my honor to now welcome our session chairman, Shri A.C.R. Das ji, ex-industry advisor, Minister of Steel, take his seat on the dais. Shri Das is a metallurgical engineer from IIT Kanpur with additional qualifications in business and financial management. He began his career in quality control with Usha Martin Limited and then worked as a sales Rourkela Steel Plant and Bureau of Indian Standards.
Session ahead will be discussion on unlocking low carbon emission technologies for the recycling industry. As we are all aware, one of the major reasons for climate change is emission of greenhouse gases that primarily consists of CO2 and other related gaseous compounds. These gases trap the sun heat and are responsible for heating up of the Earth's atmosphere. To address this issue of global warming, countries of the world came together and framed the Paris Climate Change Policy of 2015. Under this policy, all the countries have pledged to take measures that will restrict the rise of temperature of the Earth's atmosphere to 2 degrees Celsius or below by the end of the century, that is year 2100. But as per the latest reports, this 2-degree rise would be exceeded by no longer than 2028. Hence, this calls for urgent and swift response from various economies across the globe. India, under the leadership of PM Modi ji, has set an optimistic target of decarbonizing by meeting 50% of the energy demands from renewable power by 2030. India has also pledged to go carbon neutral by 2070. What does this mean for the steel industry? The steel industry contributes to around 10% of the total carbon emissions in our country. Although steel is a necessary driver of growth for any developing economy, steel production now will have to be more sustainable in order to meet the commitments made by our country on the global stage. Our strengths as recyclers of scrap is that we are already less dependent on iron ore and coal to meet our demands of raw material. Recycling of scrap is in fact being chosen worldwide as the way forward towards a greener future. Countries like Japan, South Africa, Dubai have in fact banned the export of scrap in order to ensure the scrap gets consumed domestically for steel production. When it comes to rolling operations, majority of us are doing direct rolling or hot charging as we all call it, which again reduces dependence on coal, gas or furnace oil for reheating. This makes our manufacturing processes very clean. However, there is more that can be done in our pathway to carbon neutrality. In the session ahead, our panel of experts will throw some light on how we can address the issues of carbon emission and the way forward. I am Anuj Bansal, the moderator of the discussion ahead. And the flow of program will be, I will be asking some questions specific to our experts, and then we will open it for question answers to the audience. So to give the opening remarks, I invite our session chair, Mr. Das, to please give his remarks.